Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to Michael's Millennial Money. If you were to tell me a couple years ago I'm gonna make a video, financial investing video, that I did learn something from my dad, I would be laughing. But I did change my thinking a couple years ago because of the book, actually Rich Dad and Poor Dad, which I recommend you because it did open my eyes in real estate and pretty much in life and how I look into the things like afterwards. So definitely nice book to see or read, especially when you are starting or even when you are like guy or girl that is already investing but want to learn something new. Because I was always thinking that I should just learn from the people who are very successful, right? Like who are, let's say, in finance, so they are rich. But now I do know like there was a poor dad and rich dad, there were two opposites and there were totally different opinions and ideas. And it's cool to learn from anyone, because when you can learn from anyone, you can avoid the mistakes. Yes, of course, you will do most of the mistakes, like in a life, that's how the life is, but you can avoid some very bad mistakes if you are teachable. So that's the video for today. If you want to stay over here, you can just support me with the like or subscribe button. Channel is growing, so I'm very happy for it. If you are new on this channel is mostly about investing, creating something, real estate, crypto, stocks. I'm actually 25, just turned like 2 months ago, started 7 years ago, literally from nothing. I didn't have even money for flight ticket for the summer job, which is crazy and funny at the same time because I like the progress. And I was able to buy some properties while I was in university, save 100 grand at least in second or third year in university. So I like to work and hustle. I just started a new business with a friend and I'm thinking about next steps and so on. If you want to, we can talk about some things you are going through the life, because I even work in sales, door-to-door sales. I did approach 10,000 people and was pretty good into that job. So we can talk about many things, and because there is a calendar.com in description and I had some people reaching out already. So if you want to book any conversation, there is the schedule and calendar and we can just talk for 30 minutes. Of course, it's not going to be for free. There is just small fee I'm charging, and if you are not going to be satisfied, I can always like give you money back, no problem. Let's go for the video. Guys, just so you understand the situation in my family, my parents, they grew up in different regime because we do live in middle of Europe, Slovakia, Czech Republic, and until 1993 we were socialism. Now we are free economy like United States, right? So in socialism it's like that. You don't have to own the things. Well, you cannot own the things. Everything is owned by government. If you want to get the mortgage or loan, you don't need. They give you apartment, they give you house. If you want to work, you work for the same money like everyone else, and kind of crazy ideas, which I, to be honest, hate, because I think in socialism, which is proven, there is no competition and competition drives economy. At the same time, there should be some balance as well, because then you have a capitalism, and I like Karl Marx. He was saying capitalism gives you something that people get bored because it's so good, you know. That's why depression is on all-time high, because people are bored. Capitalism is so good. You can work from home and all these things, you know. You can have a phones, you can have a ChatGPT, AIs, crazy. So there should be some balance, but doesn't matter. I just wanted to share with you that they grew up in different mentalities. So that's why it's cool to have a video about them, because they see things and opinions are so different, not just about investing, but things to their life. And I was at the beginning so sketchy, but now I understand that it's not because all these people who grew up in socialism are stupid, but they are just different. Because they were just raised like that. They were living in that kind of regime 50 years, not like 1 year or 2 years, right? So that's the problem, or not the problem, but that's the idea to understand. But it doesn't matter, because I was in the United States, which was always democracy, free economy, and I did learn so many things from the people. So the first thing that I did learn from my dad, that actually he was not able to be financially educated, let's say, because once the socialism ended, he started to make decent money. It was way easier to make good money over there, because if you could speak another language, already big win. If you could go abroad, big win. If you could bring something from abroad, big win. Not like today, you know. So of course you can, but it's way different and way harder because of the crazy competition. So that's the reason I'm very frugal, which even family members or friends don't like, because I know if I'm not gonna be frugal and I don't make a lot of money, I'm gonna end up the same as my parents did, you know, working their ass off in retirement still and so on, which is, I mean, you can, but it's probably they didn't plan it that well, and that's the problem, they didn't plan. So you have to plan, but that's the thing that I was like if I'm not gonna change my thinking, I'm gonna end up the same, you know, which is nothing pleasant, at least to me or my family, which I'm gonna have one day, right? So definitely, like the reason I'm so frugal, and Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, why I like them, it's just because they open my eyes in many ways. Because when I make good money, I try to kind of stay up to ground. Yeah, okay, I cannot blow them up. I cannot, you know, I can, but I have to invest and do these things and so on. So, which is important. Definitely, being frugal. In socialism, nobody teach you being money oriented because they don't want you. But it doesn't matter, because in States I run into people who were the same. So and no socialism there. So I'm not gonna put it because of the regime they grew up or so on. Not really, right? It's just because different people, different opinions, different ideas, different lifestyle. The first thing I did learn, be frugal, learn how to use money. Second thing is super important to me, and you don't see that on the YouTube a lot, especially that I did learn when it comes to bigger decisions that are not retrievable, which is kind of the thing that you decide. It's hard to go back, like return the decision. Don't do them like that, right? You have to ask advisors, good friends, they understand the topic. Even the friends, they don't understand the topic. It just opens your eyes with the ideas and opinions and how they see it. That's very important, because if you do the decision that you cannot retrieve it and you do bad decision, you cannot return the consequences. And that's very important to me. So let's say when I do bigger decision, it might be for me maybe buying a house, buying, you know, something that costs a lot of money. Like and it's hard to sell at the same time, you know, which is like real estate. Let's say you don't want to buy something that you don't know, and there is some issues you don't know, but you just buy it because of like that, and then you need the money, whatever. So whenever it comes to bigger decisions, I always try to not wait, but ask for help. It's always good to ask for help. I'm very open-minded to ask and work with the people, because I can tell you, like, if I would just rely on my family, I cannot, right? So I'm gonna be on my own, which is hard. So I do it with the friends, you know? Like 2 weeks ago, I needed $50,000 in probably 40 hours, and I did get them from the friends from high school, girlfriends, like not the girlfriends, but the friends that are girls to me, which I was always thinking I cannot have a girls as a friend, which I don't want to, and I don't have probably that much. But it's good to have a good relationships with anyone, right? And that's the third topic. I did learn from the dad that you have to be humble, you have to be very talkative in a way, you are polite and so on, not like you talk shit about anything and puking and so on, but just be friends with anyone, because he was not, and I am. And I think that's why I'm gonna be successful in a life, that I'm very easy to cooperate with. I'm nice, humble, you know, polite. I try to help when people help me, even when they don't. If I do believe that person deserves my attention and my help, good for you. I'm gonna help you out. I don't need anything from you back, or, you know, if you will one day, why not? But, you know, that's what I mean. So that was the third thing. Be humble, be humble, be humble, nice and polite. Never underestimate, never put yourself up and others down. Never. Be polite to the women's, you know, treat everybody like you want to be treated, and that kind of things. Once you learn it, I mean, that's my quote, you learn and then you earn, right? Which I'm not sure if it's gonna be like that, but I think I'm very decent mindset oriented right now, because if you think about it in life, what you need is, you have to have, let's say, some money, right, in order to survive. You need to have some people, and you need to have some health, right? That's it. The question is how much of what, and what's the balance, and what's the proportion. But you have to kind of have the mindset that you have to be nice with the people and so on, because if you don't have mindset towards that kind of topics, it's a bit harder, right? It's you, and I can tell you, when I was younger, I didn't care, but now I care about relationships and so on. My point of view is like, whenever I die, I don't want people that, you know, be crying or so on 24 hours, but I just want to be, you know, that was a good guy, you know, he's gonna be missed or whatever. And you know, that's it. That's how I see a lot of things today. So that was the video. You can support me with a like or subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya.